Hello, my friends. Hi. Hi. It's Arlene Bishop, performing songwriter, who found out just 2 years ago that I am autistic, and then a year ago found out I've had ADHD. And so here I am in my studio making music and thinking about what the heck does all of this mean? Because, of course, I spent all these years, a million years, well, okay, 58 years. I spent 58 years just thinking that there was something wrong with me. That, again, like I'd be doing another thing and it's not going right. And everybody else can do it. And I have goals in that area. And I'm trying and trying and trying. And I'm not getting anywhere. And things are falling apart. Again and again and again. And so, I've been making this video series. And if this is your first time here, this is me trying to reach you. And if hello, you who have come back again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your, all of it. Thank you so much. But you, new person, let me tell you all about this crazy thing. Well, it's not a crazy thing. Here's the thing. Okay, Arlene. Okay, all right. Shh. Okay, Arlene, calm down because I'm not going to edit. I didn't edit the last one. And basically, I'm going to put this video out at some random time. I'm going to let the universe decide if it's a good time, if I can meet some new people. I'm trying to meet some new people in the neighborhood. So we're throwing stuff out at random times. And I'm not going to edit because it doesn't matter because it's just for me and I just want to work through some stuff, which is how I do it. I pick up information from everywhere. I read, I hear, I see, I overhear, I listen in, I pick up crap, I get information from all kinds of different sources. It all goes in here. I'm a big sponge. Shh, I'm a big computer. I'm a computer. And I like being a computer. I really do. The autistic part of me likes to be calm. I like for everything to be organized, for all my files to be organized in my life. I like to know where everything is. I know where everything is. And yeah, I can tell you where everything is. Yeah, I can tell you where everything is because I like that. I like to defrag my brain in that way. I like categories. I like departments. I do that in my life as well. But all of that stuff, that's like, I don't know, is that CPU stuff, right? I don't know. Do we all speak computer speak? Because I spend a lot of time on computers, which I generally get along well with computers, except this past week has just been terrible. I've had a horrible time with computers, and it's part of what is really bothering me. Because it's not just about computers, it's about the other thing. When I try to do something, sometimes it just feels like the universe is conspiring against me. It is as if the universe says, no, computer says no. Arlene is not doing it. No, Arlene is not doing it. Out. And I try and I come at it different angle. Okay, here's what I did. Being a businessy person, being the songwriter that I am, who makes music and writes music, and I've really enjoyed learning how to make music on the computer, which I did during the pandemic when I couldn't go out and make music. Anyway, the computer that did that got really old, and okay, that edit was not me. That was my other computer. Just randomly stopping recording. So wherever that ended, I don't know where it ended. So what was I talking about? Oh my God, what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about computers. Oh yeah, my other computer perished. So I bought a new computer. I bought a new refurbished computer. So, not new. I mean, do I ever buy anything new? Can I ever buy anything new? Underwear. Yeah, new underwear. I'll buy new underwear. Anyway, computer and installing it and my software and everything, but it's not working. It's a tragedy. It's absolutely not working. And not only does it not work, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And, having to go into figure out the troubleshooting of why it's not working, why when I reset it and I upload and anyway, why it's not working, very upsetting. But what I can see is that for some reason, the CPU is working It's working overtime, which is me. I have a CPU that is working overtime. Before, when I masked all the time, because now I don't mask all the time. That's what I've been learning. And right now, I am not masking. I mean, I'm masking a little bit, but this physical thing that I'm doing is because my energy gets really stuck in there. My energy gets stuck and it's got to come out. And so it's coming out. So thank you. I hope you enjoy my moves. They kind of feel good. They feel good. Try it. Try it. Oh yeah, move the shoulders around. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What was I talking about? My CPU running in the background. Yeah, because here, all right, here's a whole bunch of different topics. Are you ready? Want to talk about being a cis female, being raised a girl, being raised, yeah, being raised a girl, and expectations, and misogyny, and and then what turns out autism and ADHD. I always thought, you know that weird thing? What I never okay. We're gonna go back to the beginning. When I was a little kid, I didn't like to play house. I did not care for playing house. I've talked about being a tomboy before, and maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. That's what I thought it was. But you know what it is also? I don't like gender roles. I don't believe in gender roles. I just kind of never have. And I grew up in a household where there was some gender roles, but actually my parents kind of bucked a couple of the roles. But playing house, and what the girl does and what the boy does. And what the girl does is a lot of housework. What the boy does is a lot of reading the newspaper and smoking a pipe. That, I think that's what it basically was. And then as we get older, somehow, as a teenager, as a kid, messy bedroom. Teenager, disgusting bedroom. Disgusting locker at school. You know, terrible personal habits, all of that stuff, all of that challenging stuff, all of that inability to organize my life. But the first boyfriend, the very first boyfriend, suddenly I become the person who can help him get his life into order, right? What? What? But I can do it. I was able to do it. Later, the first boyfriend that I lived with, I became freaking Susie Homemaker. Not interested in it, except interested in doing a good job. And just interested doing it the right way. Interested doing it, interested in being loved and accepted and being part of this relationship now where my role is I decided I gave myself all these jobs. And as my life continued, as I became not a girlfriend but a wife and a mother, and then later a divorcee and a mother, and then later a mother and a living say fiance lover. I took on all those jobs. I just took on a whole bunch of what do they call them? What do they call them? Some countries they call mother's load, which I know is sexist, so that's not a good one. Emotional labor, that's more about the emotions. The unseen labor, the unaccounted for, the unappreciated, the unpaid labor. Housework, that stuff. That stuff. The reason why the house is not filled with tumbleweeds all the time. The reason why... Oh, the place doesn't stink. The, you know, all right, here, look, see behind me? See that ball of red? That ball of red are Christmas lights. I took down all the Christmas decorations. My kid helped me put them up, and we had a nice time. He's busy, he was out. And I decided I'll just put them away on my own. And so I did. I started. It took me days and days and days because that's another thing that happens to me now. Everything takes me longer because I'm really trying to not overdo things. I'm not trying to get overwhelmed because my CPU, I'm talking and it's boring and I don't know why. I think I'm getting distracted up in my head, feeling, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, that That's just like a ball of anger right now at all the jobs that I took on for myself. Why did I give myself that job? Why am I in charge of shoveling the snow and taking out the trash and knowing what day is recycling day and keeping track of whether or not there's milk and keeping track of whether or not there's coffee and what it is, what's happening, like what event is coming up in the future and whether or not we need to organize things and and organizing the computer, getting the computer done and all these other things. Why is that my job? Why did I take on all those jobs? And then I resent those jobs. I resent it. Oh no, I resent it when I'm not appreciated. Huh. I don't know. I do like a tidy house. I do. It's true. I do like a tidy house. I just wish it wasn't always my job to do it. That's the drag. People like a tidy house, don't they? I mean, I'm not living in a museum here. I have a whole bunch of crap. We have a whole bunch of crap. Anyway, I guess really what I'm talking about is that while I'm trying to do other things, while I'm trying to be an artist, while I'm trying to be a songwriter, while I'm trying to be a creative person, while I'm trying to be healthy and actually think about big subjects to make the world a better place, to bring peace and prosperity to everyone, to all of us, to be a part of some better movement, yeah, all of those things. That's what I really want to do. That's how I really want to spend my time. Making music, painting, drawing, laughing, doing stuff that brings me joy and brings other people. I can do stuff for other people. I can help. I contribute to society. That's my thing. But I don't know why I have to do it 20 times as hard as, I don't know, so many other people I've seen in my life. Why I have to work so hard. Why my CPU is always running so hot. I wanted to talk to you about that. And I hope if you've lasted all this time, then I don't know. Okay, I gotta rest my CPU. What do I gotta do? I gotta shut down. All right, I'm gonna do that. Thank you for sticking with me. If this is helpful to you, and it would be helpful to me. If it's helpful to you, it would be helpful to me to subscribe, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. It tells Joe YouTube that somebody else should see the video. You take care of yourself. I'm gonna take care of myself. Let's take care of other people because we got big, huge freaking hearts, and that's what we want to do. We want the best for everybody. Oh my goodness. Why are we in such a crazy world where people do such horrible things to other human beings? But not here. Not you and me. You're safe. You're safe with me. All right. I'll see you soon. Peace.